And we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Crypto Weekly, our weekly review where we go over all the coolest, most interesting, and most important things in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, you name it. So, if you want to call them altcoins, go right ahead. But we're going to talk about what's been going on. So, a couple of things we have to share with you. I don't want to Actually, I don't want to spoil this at all, so let's get right into it. I want to check, first of all, CoinMarketCap, and at the same time, I'm going to be trying to fix something here, and we have it fixed. Boom. So I'm going to check CoinMarketCap right now, and we'll see what's going on. Today is Saturday, and it's actually looking pretty nice. Whoa! We've got like a stairway to heaven here, a stairway to heaven there, and we've got multiple stairways to heaven. Wow, this feels good. I can finally pay my bills. Sounds good to me. What about you guys?
Hey everybody, I'm having an impromptu Bitcoin volatility party in my apartment this evening. It's just me and my cat. And when things get like this in Bitcoin land, I get pretty excited. Sometimes I put on the Bitcoin wisdom charts on my TV. Occasionally I'll make popcorn and just see how things unfold.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Let's have a Bitcoin party in our apartment. Guys, hopefully one day we can have a party together. We don't have to be loners. Moving on. So, some other things that we have to share with you are very, very exciting and very, very interesting. Actually, let's check out a couple things here quick. So, Monte Carlo, the Bitcoin enigma. You might ask, what the heck is Monte Carlo, the Bitcoin enigma? Well, it is the first of its kind in that it's a PC game. A new PC game where you try to navigate through a maze and solve 24 mind-bending puzzles to earn 1 Bitcoin. And 1 Bitcoin will be awarded to the first player to beat this new PC game. This thing is circulating the internet, and we'll share with you at the end of this video what they say about it. It's a 51-second announcement trailer we'll share with you. Also, we have here, sometimes I wonder, because we have all this government attention on cryptocurrencies and saying that they don't want people to lose money, but America's on its way to $30 trillion in debt. I think they want us to be broke. That's what I think. According to the White House, the national debt will hit $29.9 trillion by 28. Right now, it stands at $20.6 trillion, its highest level since shortly after World War II. If current laws stand, widening budget deficits will increase that debt by sharply over the next 30 years. And why are cryptocurrencies such a bad thing then? I don't know. That's a topic for another day. That's for you to contemplate. The SEC takes an aim at cryptocurrency firms run by ex-NFLer. This guy was in the Super Bowl. So they're saying another red flag was raised on Friday over the thinly regulated cryptocurrency markets. In the latest clampdown, trading in 3 penny stocks was shut down for 10 days while regulators looked into whether they were trying to take advantage of investors by making blockchain and cryptocurrency announcements. Each of the companies is led by Patrick Johnson, a former NFL player with the Baltimore Ravens. In 3 separate orders, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, raised concerns about the accuracy and adequacy of information. The Johnson Run companies released in January about purchases of so-called AAA-rated assets from a private equity investor in cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So the companies halted were PXD Partners, Victura Construction Group, and Churumbim Interest. All these companies are closely held entities whose shares over the counter for fractions of a penny. All the companies are penny stocks, yeah, and we know some cryptocurrencies like that. But basically, also adding to all of this controversy, in January 3rd, a statement detailed its intention to acquire $250 million in assets from private equity firm NVC Fund and launch a $100 million coin offering. So they plan to have an ICO, right? So one of these companies was further dinged by the regulators for its plan to have an initial coin offering. Well, I guess that's a compliment. We should take credit for that. Everyone wants to be like us, be in our community, in our industry. I guess we're doing good if everyone wants to pretend to be a blockchain company. Telegram has raised an initial $850 million for its $1 billion ICO, and I think this other company is going to have a hard time trying to raise $100 million. That's a very high goal, and only a few companies have actually raised that in their initial coin offerings. Filecoin, Trezos, a few other ones. I was looking at the list the other day. Actually, it's actually on this article. Look at this. Perfect. So Telegram's plan to have plans to make $1,200 million. In other words, $1,200 million in their ICO. Filecoin raised 257, Tezos 232, which is being frozen and is going through court right now. EOS 200 million, and that's ongoing. Serum Labs 157 million. I was about to buy that coin the other day on IDEX Exchange. I'm not sure if I did. I might have put a low stop order in. And then Bancor, Polkadot, Cash, Status, and Envion. I can't believe Envion. You saw it everywhere. That's why. It was a huge marketing scheme. I was about to invest, but then I didn't because it was saying that you shouldn't invest unless you plan to use the technology. And I think that's smart because then it doesn't get dumped. Here's something else that's going on, though. Redditors threaten to show up to Coinbase headquarters with guns. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, I don't know if you know what's been going on at Coinbase. Here's one other thing. Let's just check real quick. Have a Coinbase account. You need to check your bank statement right now because they've been charging people for random purchases. First they were saying it wasn't on them, it was their banks, and now they're saying it's maybe a bug in the technology in their software. So people are pissed. People are angry all over Reddit, and there's one person I was reading, one account, where someone through Coinbase got a letter from the IRS. So the IRS is using Coinbase now. The person said, I never thought that an exchange would be an avenue for governments to send me letters, but he got a letter saying that he owes for $240 million worth of Bitcoin taxes, and he's only put about $8,000 in. So these are the types of things, and thank God I don't use Coinbase. I find the more users and more attention an exchange gets, the more money they have, they're holding, the more they do whatever they want, because one customer, a couple customers being lost is not going to hurt them at all. So it's good to go with small but successful exchanges. They have much more loyalty, much more time for support and things like that. Ripple, just really quick, Ripple Boss says most cryptocurrencies heading to $0. And this is part of the reason why I've been selling a lot of my crap coins, my shit coins, because I do see that there's only going to be a couple very strong coins that get through all of this in a year or so. I'd say about 2 years to 5 years. There won't be very many of these left. Only things like Neo, EOS, maybe Ethereum. Some people would argue on that one, but as well maybe Lisk. Bitcoin definitely is going to be here, and the rest are really up for debate. Ripple probably, but XRP is not needed for Ripple, the company, to exist. So who knows what's going to happen there? It could go down to $0. That's why I say if you get a chance to sell high, in the next little bit, do it, because there's a lot of speculation, and that's what's driving the prices so high. And as we see, that speculation, once it comes, it's hard to sustain and keep getting those gains. Like Ripple, for instance, it should never have been worth $3 or $3.50, but it was. And so that's when I was selling it, because you're selling the speculation, you're selling the hype. So selling the news, basically. And Ethereum founder also warns cryptocurrencies could drop to near $0 at any time. We won't go too much into this, but you can check it out. I'll tweet these articles if I haven't already. So this article is about dogs named Bitcoin. So every day, actually, I'm not going to read this person. They sound like a no-coiner. It's a no-coiner perspective, but they're saying here that here's one dog named Bitcoin. They have a very pleasant Instagram presence. Luckily, Bitcoin seems to be interested in cryptocurrency, judging by her captions anyways, so perhaps the name is a good fit. Here she is, with a toy shaped like a dollar sign. Bitcoin the dog. And they would, I guess this is Russian, they would go viral. Pretty smart. Calling it Bitcoin the dog and giving it an online presence. Kind of cool. There's several reports, though, of dogs named Bitcoin. One user alleges that her grandfather named his new dog Bitcoin, a choice that is confusing but not necessarily surprising considering the current state of the world. And then another person reported last year his cousin named a dog Biggie Bitcoin. I'm not sure if this counts, as the dog is probably referred to as Biggie. Yeah, true. And now we have a Salon Media, which has changed its business model, and look what they've done. Okay, so we've noticed you're using an ad blocker. We depend on ads to keep our content free for you. Please consider disabling your ad blocker so we can continue to create the content you came here to enjoy. You can press OK, I've disabled it, or I want an ad-free experience, so use my spare computing power. Basically, they're mining Monero with your computer. Interesting. Is this gonna start happening more and more? Because we saw it happening, kind of behind the scenes, where people were illegally or doing this without telling you But now, this is new, where they ask you if you want them to do that, to have no ads. Actually, it opens up a whole new possibility of monetizing your content without ads, which is pretty cool. So this is part 1 of our series, and we'll be back in a couple minutes with the other half if you want to check it out. This is actually the North American Bitcoin Conference in 2018. Party time.